Welcome to another Legacy Online session. I'm Jonathon Fegan, and I'm going to bring the word tonight. Have you ever heard the term, the grass is always greener? I actually hear it used wrong a lot, more often than used correctly. People say, the grass is always greener, and they actually mean it. They think that on the other side, when they get to a certain place, it's going to be better over there. The actual meaning of this metaphor is to say that no matter where you are, you're going to be discontent. As long as you think the grass is greener where you're not. And I spent a lot of my early life living like this. If I could just, when I finish high school, things are gonna get better. If I just get through these college classes and get to my job, things are gonna get better. I'd get to my job and I'd say, as long as I can get to that promotion, things are gonna work out for me. And I'd always end up in the same place of discontentment and unhappiness, joyless, just wondering, hey, when do things get better? Because I keep thinking that the next big thing that happens is what's gonna bring me the joy. And unfortunately, a lot of Christians live this way. We think the circumstances right now are not ideal, but this will pass. We'll get to the next place and then it will be better. Philippians 4:11 through 13 says, "Not that I was ever in need, for I learned how to be content with whatever I have. Know how to live on almost nothing or with everything. I have learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it is with a full stomach or empty, with plenty or little. For I can do everything through Christ who strengthens me." I tell you, this verse is often used, is often cited. I can do anything and I can do everything through Christ who strengthens me, as a way to say, like, nothing can stop me and nothing can get in my way. No matter what happens, I'm strong enough because Christ is with me. But this is actually not about pressing forward into the unknown. Paul's not talking about creating a new world or reaching the next level. He's talking about being content right where he is. Unfortunately, a lot of Christians go through life thinking that the next level is where they need to be, and they miss out on what God's doing right there with them. There's a lot of people who think about the next step and they think about the next thing and they say, this is where we got to go in order to find what we're looking for. The problem is Christ lives moment by moment right there with you. He is outside of time, yes, but what happens in 5 years doesn't matter until you figure out what's happening right now. And what ends up happening in a lot of Christians' lives is we say, I'm depressed right now, but when I get here, I won't be. When I'm this right now, and if I just get over here, things are going to be better. It's going to be, if you even made it to the next level, season, whatever it looks like when you graduate high school, if your heart hasn't changed, you're going to be in a different place feeling the same way. Truthfully, the secret that Paul was talking about was not that you make it somewhere else or anything like that. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me means that Christ lives within me now, that I'm content now. And you might say, but I'm not. John, I'm not content. Life is hard. This isn't working. I'm tired all the time. My job sucks. My school sucks. My teachers, my family, all these different kinds of things. And you're in the midst of focusing so much on what hurts and what isn't good and what isn't right in this season that you've missed out on what God is doing. And God is calling his people. God is calling you to recognize where you're at and realize that right now, not the future, right now is the good life. Right now where I have you is good. Right now, even though it doesn't look like it, right here, I have you exactly where I want you to be. I just need you to focus in on me and then speak differently and accept differently, because change, real change, starts at the heart, and that starts with a choice, and that choice affects your attitude. That choice affects how you operate. That choice affects your every part of your life. I am not going to let the situation or the circumstance determine who I am, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go. Instead, I'm going to be Christ everywhere. The power of life and death is in the tongue. This means that whenever I speak, I have a choice. I can speak life or I can speak death. Every word you say, there is no middle ground. I'm tired? No. I'm alive. I'm upset? No, I have joy. And even if it doesn't feel like it, the issue is people think that it's not just a choice. The reason it's so important to speak it is, first off, God already knows your thoughts. God already knows what you're going to say. God knows when you pray in your mind what you're saying. When you're speaking, you're not just saying a prayer that says it to God. You're speaking it to the world. You're speaking it to an enemy. You're speaking it to yourself, and you're making a declaration, a prayer of power over yourself. And when you start believing and walking in it, because it starts with, I'm tired. No, I'm not tired. I'm awake. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be joyful in it. Your perspective changes. When you declare, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You're not standing on false words. You're not standing on a fake promise. You're standing on a truth. And that truth is that Christ is with you. Christ will empower you. And these words, they are changing you now. The good life isn't there. It's here. It's exactly where God wants you to be. And that starts with that choice. So right now we're going to break up into small groups, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye.